Hello and welcome. My name is Pam and I am the creator of the podcast, The Yarny Goodness. Welcome to my page, and this is a knitting podcast where we talk all kinds of yarny goodness and knitting and crochet crafts. So I'm coming to you from outside of St. Louis in Illinois, and I live here with my husband and 2 of my 5 children. So let's get started. Today I'm wearing one of the first sweaters, cardigans, that I ever knit. And I want to say it was like a simple, slouchy Unravelry. I will link to it down below. It's a pieced sweater, so you sew from the bottom up into the sleeves. You split for the sleeves, and then you do the 2 side panels and the back panel, and then you seam them together. This piece here for the back is you sew however long up for the ribbing that you need, and then you seam it together in the back, the 2 sides right there. And then you do your sleeves separately. And you can see I did a very, very bad job. I whip stitched it. Like I said, this was the first one I did. Did not do everything correctly, but I love it and I wear it just the same. This is all Red Heart yarn. There's no 100% wool or anything like that in here. This is all just Red Heart Super Saver yarn, I believe. This blue is something different. It's not actually Red Heart, but it's still one that you can, it's a 100% acrylic yarn that you buy in one of your big box stores. So there's that. But I will link the pattern below. It's a free pattern from Ravelry that takes you to their blog. So there's that. That's the only knitting I've got on today. And I've got 1, 2, 3 whips. I have 0 finished objects because everything I'm working on is pretty big. Last week, hold on. Okay, sorry about that, because last week I did have this on the needles. And I was planning on having this be the Pearl Soho Watchman cap from Pearl Soho. And it stayed in this ribbing design. It's a 2x2 rib all the way up. And I was going to have it be a cap. I don't like hats. I don't do caps. And so I did it just as an ear warmer, because I never have my hair down. My hair is always up. So I can't do a hat because then I have no hair and I look like terrible. So I did this. I haven't blocked it yet. I haven't washed it. I think it's a little bit stretchy. It's just a little bit big. So I think it's made out of the fisherman's wool. So it is 100% wool that I held double. I don't know how many rows I did. I was at that point and I was done. I was like, why am I going to make a whole hat? I don't wear hats. I had already made a gray one that was a whole hat, and I'm like, when am I going to wear it? I'm not going to wear it. So that was when I bound this one off and was like, I'm done with it. I'm done. But with that being said, even though it's 100% wool, and I wore it to work one day, and I was outside, and it was breezy, and so the breeze was going through. So I think I'm going to try to felt this up just a tiny bit, so it's a little bit more dense, harder for the wind to get through, so that it will for sure keep me warm. Because on a regular day when it's not so breezy, it's nice and toasty warm. So that's what I think I want to do. It's just a tiny bit. Felt this one up, and I made a cowl that matched it, one of the handkerchief cowls. So I don't have it on me right here, and I didn't see it when I went and grabbed this, so there's that. So that's the only finished object that I've got for the day. The next thing I'm going to talk about is Chase's cardigan. And it's now living in this. My gnomes, my Christmas gnomes, had to pull out my Christmas gnomes. Sack, this is by Sassy Sacks. It's Sassy Sacks on Etsy. So there's your show notes. I'll try to remember to link that. I should have had a pad and paper right here so I could make notes on what I need to link. So, but this is as far as I've gotten. I have the ribbing all done. So this is the bottom. I have the ribbing all done. And I've started in the sleeves, or I'm sorry, on the body. And my markers are where I'm going to be splitting for sleeves when I get there. Right now they're just where I'm doing the increases for the body shaping. So now it's all knit and purls. Knit and purls, knit and purls, knit and purls. So hopefully by the next episode I will have done more on this one. This is out of Carrying 1 Pound Cakes. I'm sorry, skeins, not cake. And that one's just heading to town, going round and round and round. So this next one I cast on, it's just in a 31 bag. Nothing spectacular here. And of course it looks like I'm in the middle of a row. And it is the Undertones shawl. And so it's a lot like, it reminds me a lot of the Broken Arrow shawl, I want to say it is. So it is made with knit crate yarn. And I don't know all the colors. So this bottom down here was held with one of the Planet ones. It's the lighter purple that was in my Douglas shawl. I don't have the ball band for it anymore. And then it was Anglerfish, which was also, it was a fingering weight yarn. It's the lighter of the two in there. But it was really pretty. It had some like little speckles of black in it. And that went all the way up to, I want to say right here where I got dark. And then this is dark, this dark purple and the lighter purple. Those are both in my Douglas cardie. I didn't have the ball band for that one. The lighter purple down here that was held with Anglerfish, I want to say it's a moon. It was the Celestials. Phobos, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm really sorry, guys. But it was a purple. So this is what's taking the place of a sweater for my mom. Because I had said in October that I was going to make something purple every year for her. And so I had these purples, and so I pulled them out and thought I would do maybe a little bit of a fade here, use up a bunch of different purples, and make a big shawl. So there it is. And then, so I've got that dark purple all the way from there up to here. And then I ran out of one of them. And I found another purple that's also from Knit Crate. And then I only had a little bit of that, and then I went into this black. So now I've got black and purple, and I have those. And I don't have the ball band for either one of these. I want to say this is the flannel. Again, Knit Crate. This is the flannel. And then there's this one. The first purple was a lot like this one. This one's got a lot. This is more of a marled. The other one was a lot more speckled, so this one has a lot more black in it than the first one had. But that's what I'm plugging away. These were the first two. This was the darker purple. And this was the lighter purple. Nope, this was what's left of the first one that I was saying had the black speckles in it. I don't know if you can see them or not. Like there's a speckle. But that's what's left of that. And then this is the dark purple. And I am not increasing anymore, so my increases stopped. This is also a free pattern by Hedgehog Fiber. The undertones show. But yeah, you increase and increase and increase. Right here where the black started is where my increases stopped. And so now I'm not decreasing. I'm just angling. I don't know. Let me pull it up and show what it's going to be looking like. Because I'm pretty sure I still have the picture on my phone. Looks like I got rid of it. Sure did. So let's just go right here and Google it. Undertones. Shawl right there. It says it's a pattern by Beata Jazak. But I found it on Hedgehog. And while it's loading, but I just thought that it was really pretty the way that I could fade it and all of that. And it's just going to be gorgeous. So that's it right there. And I don't believe it's doing it any justice, really. But I've started there, and I'm working my way this way, and I'm like right in here. So I still have a lot to go, and I don't know if I'm going to do the whole thing or not. I do know that when I am done with whatever purple I have left here, I am going to just do straight black until I get as far as I want to get with it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I'm having fun with it. So, all right. I'm hoping to have it done soon so I can feel all of that, just that goodness around my neck when I'm at work. So, on to the next one. It is living in my little sheep bag. Isn't that so cute? I got this off of Amazon. And this one is by Petite Knits. And I'm going to butcher saying it, so we're just going to pull it up so that I can kind of maybe get it right. The Terrazzo. Terrazzo. It's what I'm basing this off of loosely. And I say loosely because it's got, like, the rib is not a traditional rib. It's broken rib. I wasn't liking the way that it was working up. I wasn't liking it so much. So I am following the pattern without following the pattern. So I did, and of course I'm not done with a row on this one either. I did seed stitch on the side here. So I did four rows here of like a seed stitch. And then I did all of my ribbing. This also is fisherman's wool in the brown. It is Fisherman's wool, and it is in Nature's Brown. This is some amazing woolly wool. I got it off of Amazon. You can get 6 skeins of it. 6. Let me see how many ounces is on here. It's 8 ounces, 465 yards. And I got 6 of them for $60. So $10 for 465 yards of wool. 100% wool. Is not that bad of a deal, I don't think. And I'm holding it with this one, which is like, it's also in my Douglas cardie. It's, hold on, let me see. I think I have the ball band on that. And it is Diamos. So it's 100%, I'm sorry, it's 90% alpaca and 10% tinsel. Let me get that to focus in for you. And it's this one. So I'm doing that. And that, it's almost like a vest, but it doesn't attach on the side. So it's in the front this way. This is the actual back, but it'll be this way. And then it'll come up to a collar and head down the other side, so it keeps you nice and warm when you're outside. Which by the time I get it all done, I might not be outside anymore. Who knows? Who knows? So I've talked about this before about how I work in Amazon. And for peak season, I did get a change in job. I wouldn't call it a promotion, but it's a change in jobs to where I'm not working overnight. So generally at a delivery hub, the people who work there work from 1 o'clock in the morning until 11 o'clock in the morning. So we're there all night long. They're 4 10-hour shifts, which is fantastic. I love it. But the hours stink. So now I'm still working 4 10-hour shifts, but I'm working during the day. So there's that. It's lovely. It's lovely. It's lovely. So this is something I have not cast it on yet. It's living in my llama bag. I got this from Hobby Lobby. One of my granddaughters loves llamas. And so when I see anything with llamas, I have to buy it. One of my other grandchildren in Michigan, they love flamingos. So anything flamingos goes in the cart. And my grandson, my only grandson, the only one I got, is he loves sloths. So I have a sloth tape measure because, for one, you can never have too many tape measures. And for 2, it's sloths. And he loves it. He doesn't even know I have it. But I do. And I love it. So, but I'm going to cast on December 1st. I'm going to cast on a sweater. If you've watched previous episodes, I did I want to call it a simple raglan sweater. So I think the name of it. It's the one with the navy blue stripes and the little blue hearts. I'm going to do it again in green, and this is Knit Crate again. It's a lovely, it's called Fatigue Green, and it's 100% Peruvian wool. It's a sport weight. It is 328 yards. I can get it to hold out there so I can. So it's 328 yards. Still not seeing like it's going to focus. Anyways. And I have 1, 2, 3. I want to say I have 4 of them. I think I have one more still in my cabinet. And I have 2 of these whites. So they're a chain. It's chain plied. So, and it's really airy. So I'm thinking that that might help hold some air in for some warmth from the wool. And the white is called Limestone. In the very first episode, I showed you one that, something that I had that I knit, and it was, there's the white, the peach yellow and white striped short sleeve sweater. I think it was my very first episode, and it I forgot where I was going with it, but that's the white from that. That's the white from that. So let me see what I can get if I put in that. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh my goodness, I'm so silly. This is crazy. And of course I put in what I thought the name of it was, and I can't get it to pull up for nothing. For nothing, for nothing. There it is. It's by Craft Passion. And it just says raglan sweater. Raglan sweater knitting pattern. Oh, they just updated it. November 24th. I made it in 2020. But that was the one that they did. It's like a baby blue and brown. So there's that. So I think, and this, like I said, it's worked up in pieces. So you do the front piece, and you do the back piece, and then you do the arms. I really like the way that this fits. I do need to make it longer. I got impatient because it's from the bottom up. So I got impatient and I didn't do as many as I was supposed to do. I was done. So I went ahead and started my decreases. And I shouldn't have. I need it to be a little bit longer. So I'm going to, I'll be making sure I make it as long as I need to make it. Because I'm long through here. Long. So I like my sweaters to come down a little bit. I mean, my waist is here, and I want my sweaters, the bottoms, to be about right here. And I mean, if they're going to be tight, that's one thing. But for a loose, boxy type sweater, I'm going to do that. So there's that. I have so many sweaters that I want to put on the needles. But there's this stupid thing that I have to go do, my job. They want me to like show up every day and do their work. They not just show up and knit. They want me to, do Amazon crap. Who wants to do that? Anyways, let's see. The only other thing I can think of is that I'm thinking about Vlogmas. But I don't know if I should or not. I don't know if I'm going to have the content to vlog every day. I don't know if I'm going to have the wherewithal and the mindset. It wouldn't be like a traditional this type of vlog. It might just be a me driving home in the car going, hey guys, thought I'd check in. And talking about my day or whatever. I am going to do some research and see what other type of content that knitters and crocheters are putting in and doing. They're doing Vlogmas. I've got a few more days. So I have that I'm thinking about doing. And then I've been researching and getting some things together. I keep looking at my notes that are over there for some tutorials. So I found, and if you watched the episode 5.5 that I put up Sunday night, I meant to vlog last Monday, but with peak and the holiday, I didn't. I wasn't able to do it. I had to go in and work last Monday. I did just for a few hours, but it was just long enough that when I came home, it was time to cook dinner. And then once everybody starts showing up at the house, there's no way I can do a vlog. I have to do it when nobody's here, or at least I tell the boys and they stay in their bedrooms. But so there's that. So I think I'm going to do some tutorials. I found a web page, like I've said in episode 6.5 last night, that really breaks down the crocheting a lot. And let's see if I went ahead and saved it to my phone, because that was the issue last night, is I meant to bring it up on my phone last night, and it was really on my tablet that I was recording on, so I couldn't. So, and I still didn't. So let's see here, crochet terminology. Let's see if that pulls it up. But she had a really good blog on her article on her blog, and it's Kristen Holloway Designs. And the name of it is How to Read a Crochet Pattern, Terms Explained for Beginners. So there's that. So I emailed her and told her what I wanted to do, that I wanted to use this article as like, it's a good outline for what I was already thinking about doing in video form, and she had already done it in written form, in a blog form. I'm not going to like go verbatim from her, but you know, it just has all of the stitches there that I had already had down on my list to do videos for, some ways to explain things about, about the pattern, how to do, puff stitches and shell stitches and bobbles and V stitches, and just all kinds of different things in there. It's a very, very well thought out, well written blog. I mean, the anatomy of the crochet stitch, she talks about the posts, the front loops, the back loops, and where they're actually located at, half double crochets. It's an amazing thing. So before I close that out this time, we're going to save it to my home screen so I don't have to keep looking it up. And there we go. All right. So that's about all I've got for you guys. Please leave some comments below. Let me know what kind of things that you would like to see me do. I know I don't show a lot of crochet, but I do crochet. Everything on my tree has been crocheted. So, and I do a little bit of crochet. I just, for garments, I don't like the knit of, or the look of crocheted garments. I do have a couple of sweaters, like cardigan sweaters like this, that were crocheted. And when I didn't know how to knit, that was magnificent. But now that I know how to knit, I'm only going to make my garments in knit. And right now I've just been on a great big old huge garment kick. I guess because that's the only thing that I really want to do. Otherwise I'd be crocheting, because crocheting is so much faster. Even for garments, it's so much faster. But I like the look of the knit more than I do the crochet. It's just not as bulky. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe because it looks store-bought. Even though I know that I made it, it looks store-bought, and that's what I like about it. I don't know. But yeah, but there's my buddy. He's my favorite. But that's all that I think I have for you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. That really helps get the page out there and get some more followers and likes and all of that thing, all the YouTube-y things. But other than that, I think we're going to go ahead and say see you later.